Greetings to the 30 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the awesome fiery name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the awesome fiery name that is above all names, eternal. Like you know my song already, as you know my song already, like you know my song already, yes, not Pog Jesus. No snake Allah is Yahuwah or Vasika Yaba. Not Pop Jesus. No snake Allah is Yahuwah. The only fiery name that is above every other names. That is above every other names. Mm. Yes, yes, yes. It's Yahuwah, the only saving name that is above every other name's princess. Love Yahuwah. It's okay. So much love Yahuwah. This temple is eternal bond with Yahuwah, the only everlasting name that is above every other names. Not pork Jesus, neither snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah, the only true living name that is above every other names. Mm. Yes, yes, yes. It's Yahuwah, the only everlasting name, the only awesome name, the only mighty name that is above every other names. Every other names, yes, every other names. Eternal forevermore, yes, from everlasting to everlasting. Is the only saving name that is above every other name. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Orobosikayaba. Orobosikayaba Yahuwah. Sikayaba, yes. Sikayaba Yahushua. Sikayaba. Orobo Sikayaba Ruach HaKodesh. Orobo Sikayaba. Hallelujah. Orobo Sikayaba. Orobo Sikayaba. I love you so much, Abba. Just want to bless your holy mighty name. Hallelujah. Orobo Sikayaba. Hallelujah. Orabasikayaba. I love you so much. Yes, family. Shabbat Shalom. Much love and much prosperity attend you, family, for you are the only reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanah, the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decoding end times, prophecies, signs, dreams in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the blessed returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally our worship, praise, honor, riches, power, glory, wealth, to the glory of his magnificent Abba Yahuwah, the Almighty, eternal, no pork Jesus, like I said before, neither snake Allah, but it's Yahuwah, the only fiery name that is above every other name. Hallelujah, it's Yahuwah. And to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh, to the Ruach HaKodesh, eternally, our glory goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, forevermore. Our praise honor goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, eternally. Our worship goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, my eternal husband, to the Ruach HaKodesh, my forever teacher, to the Ruach HaKodesh, my eternal best friend, to the Ruach HaKodesh, my forever everything. All glory goes to the Ruach HaKodesh, Ruach HaKodesh, Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, 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 Ruach HaKodesh. Sekei Yabo, Ruach HaKodesh. Sekei Yabo say, Ruach HaKodesh. Sekei Drilabayo, Ruach HaKodesh. Sekei Yabo say, Durilabasei, Imo Santalabu, Imo Yantalabe, Wo Robosika Yabe, Wo Robosika Yabe, Wo Robosika Yabe, Roa, Robosika Yabe, Robosika Yabe, Robosika Yabe, Roa Hakodesh. Orobasika be, hallelujah. Orobasika be, Orobasika be, hallelujah. Thank you, Abba, for your eternal word, King Yahushua HaMashiach, and for your eternal spirit, the set apart spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Hallelujah. Love you so much, Abba, for you first love me eternal. Yes, Abba, you have been worshipped, praised, loved, honored, served, always, ever, eternal, right in the temple of your eternal handmaid, your very Isha, for you are my Abba, also my eternal husband. I just love you, Abba. I just love you. Love you so much. Abba Yahuwah, Iborabasika Yabe, Abba Yahuwah, Imo Santa Labu Yenderabo, Abba Yahuwah, Igorabos Karabao. Abba Yahuwah, Ima Santa Labu, Yanderabo. Orobosi Karabo Yanderabe. Imosa Karabo Yantulabu. Abba Yahuwah, Igorabos Karabo. Abba Yahuwah, Ima Santa Labu, Yanderabo. I love you so much, Abba. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, now, family, we want to do it again in His presence. So here we are in the presence of Abba Yahuwah, touching on this very, trendy or noisemaker. Let me just call him noisemaker. God, what is this? What is this name? Pastor Jerry Coco. You are a Jerry Coco. Olosho Pastor Jerry Coco. That is who you are. Okay, you are just a noisemaker. You say what your God can't do, or what your God cannot do, does not exist. I beg, make una help me tell this Oloshoma that Nigeria problem is real. Why is it all the time the God of Christian cannot touch or solve that thing that is so rampant, that is so broad before every eyes? The whole world can see Nigeria problem, and yet Poku Jesus cannot touch that. Only in the secret place. I don't know why he is hiding, doing his miracle in the secret place. People is coming to testify. The other one said his mouth would disappear. The other one said her vagina was no more there. Or she wasn't having the whatever vagina, or no womb, or no head, or no leg, or no stomach, no intestine, no armpit, or no, the armpit hair, or the whatever. And Jesus now fixed it back the hair in the vagina. And Jesus now also faced back the bronchus, the disappearing penis, and the vagina without uterus. Jesus now begin to do all these mighty, mighty, unbelievable things. But the very one we saw, we are seeing that is dying, that has already dead. Nigeria. Euro is 920 now. 1 euro is 920 naira. Before you knew it, 1 euro would be 1,000 naira. Really? How is people surviving now in Nigeria? And Jesus is not seeing all these things. The very one we see that is so critical, that is so unbelievable, that is killing, that is, destroying lives. Jesus cannot touch on that. The problem, surplus, everywhere in Nigeria. Nigeria don't have no road. Nigeria don't have no light. Nigeria don't have no work. Nothing working in that country. Nothing absolutely. And Nigeria is just a desert. Jesus cannot touch on that. And then I begin to ask, why is it that Jesus cannot do the one we are seeing? Why is it that Jesus always hide in the corner doing some nasty miracles? The one we cannot access. But the very one our eye can see, Jesus cannot fix them. He can't fix those things. I beg, make una help me tell Pastor Jerry to go to hospital. You know, in the hospital, there are people that their womb disappeared. And there are also people that their, penis or broccos disappeared. And please, can you people tell him to go to hospitals like what they were doing in the Bible days? Can you help me to tell him to do that? That he should stop making noise, that his noise is so irritating, causing my stomach, to be making kiororo, kiororo, kiarara. It's provoking my stomach. Please, can you help me to deliver this message to Pastor Jerry Coco, Olosho Pastor Jerry Coco? He is Olosho. He's prostitute with demon. He's a spiritual homosexual. Demon is knocking his anus unbelievable. Because we want to look into what is this prayer. What God does, what God cannot do, it does not exist. I beg Nigeria problem exists. Please wake up your God. Come and fix Nigeria problem. Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is sinking. Nigeria is gone. Please wake up your God to come and face the problem of Nigeria because it is real. This is not movie arty, or this is not arty movie. This is see me see you, oh Mary, Mary, physically. We can testify about it. We see it. We know it's real. Come on now, wake up your God. Tell your God not to walk behind the secret or behind a closed door. We want to see him perform physically. Tell him to come and display power for us physically. Come on now. Everything is so expensive. Tell your God to touch the one we are seeing. Now you fix some people's womb and you fix people's vagina and the broccos you fix. What is that? Why is your God is always about materialism? Why can't he solve a real problem? Nigeria problem is the real problem. Any healing that will make me stand on my feet and worship that God that brought about that healing, it is Nigeria problem being solved. Nigeria is the one that need healing the most. Why is your God not saying that? Come on now, Nigeria needs healing. Nigeria is sick. Nigeria as a land is filled with demons. He needs to be cleansed. He needs to be delivered. All these things you are seeing as politicians, as whatever pastors or whatever tradition, whatever you are seeing, they represent demons on the planet. In fact, in Nigeria. In Nigeria, because none of them is solving the problem of Nigeria. It's getting worse. It's getting worse every now and then. And your God can fix that. Tell your God to solve the problem of Nigeria. Tell him to stop acting in the secret. Okay, that one is turning my stomach. You understand? So I was just walking, strolling on the street of social media. I keep hearing this noisy, this noisy, noisy demo. What am I going to say? Noisy, yeah, noisy. Yeah, making noise. Noisy demons. So loud on the social media. Every time I always put red head. In case you can check, you're going to see I'm the one doing it. I don't know if other people is also doing it. Because they always share that nonsense. I said, these people, you are making noise. Your noise is so irritating. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Meanwhile, Nigeria problem exists. God is not doing that. God is not fixing that. You people not the mad. They never read it when I stop this nonsense and face reality in life. Stupid people. Always making noise. My ear is so. I say, what is going on here? Let me also give him one slap. If not, I will give you two. But let me give you one for now. So now, we want to do why we are here today. We want to preset it. Oh no, I've not yet, given the title. All right, now, family, here we are. in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled for you and me. Olosho Pastor Jerry, what God can't do don't exist. Nigeria problems exist. Your God is not seeing it. Nigeria is sick. Your God can't heal her. Nigeria needs healing. Why is the power of your God is not healing Nigeria? It's so sick. Nigeria is sick. Nigeria need healing the most. Okay? Nigeria need healing the most. You see, Abayo, when you start doing the work of creation, he never just come and put man into it. No, he first of all settle the land, cleanse the land, put everything that man is going to be needy on this planet. He put everything first of all. So, if your God is alive, he should have first of all fixed the problem of Nigeria, because Nigeria now is become a war zone. In fact, Nigeria now became the headquarters of Satan. Nigeria is filled with legions of demons. Nigeria now is the throne of Satan. Nigeria now is the kingdom of Satan. If you are looking for devil, you don't even need to go right and left. Just go straight to Nigeria. That is his throne as we are speaking now. Nigeria is filled with legions of demons, so that makes her sick. That makes her to be drinking the blood of her citizen. Nigeria is killing her own children. Nigeria is feeding on her own children. So the only way to stop that, it is for you to release fire and chase away all those demons. Therefore, we as her children will not begin to do things right. We will not begin to fix things right. That is how it works. Not for you to, every stone, bottles, broken bottles, nails everywhere, snake everywhere. The land is filled with snakes, two-headed snakes, satanic trinity head snakes in Nigeria, demons everywhere, principalities, powers, all these fallen angels, the residents in Nigeria. How can anything we plant in Nigeria cannot grow? So we need to tackle the problem right from the source, the roots. How about Yahweh, first of all, prepare the ground, and everything man is going to be needy here on earth. He prepared everything first. Then afterwards, he now creates man. Abba Yahweh did not first of all put man before he now began to look for how to settle or solve the problem of man, or to give man what man actually needs. No. First of all, he put over there what man needs, the land, and all her beauty and glory. Okay, before he now created man. How can Nigeria is filled with demons? You are talking about womb, you are talking about, process. You are talking about individual. First of all, settle the case, the root of the problem. And your fire is not consuming that. What God cannot do does not exist. Nonsense, people. Yet Nigeria problem exists. Your God cannot do that. Only come on social media to be making noise on our ears. Nonsense. Nonsensical from the belly of Poco Jesus. Alright, family. Prior to the title, so we want to preset it. Canary Brokers, Olosho Pastor Jerry, what God can't do don't exist. Nigeria problems exist. Your God is not seeing it. Nigeria is sick. Your God can't heal her. Alright, so that is the title. It's a question unto him. I know one day you will come in contact with this video, so you will know somebody has just, backed on you on your behalf or slapped you heavily. That is complete nonsense. On your behalf. Slapped you heavily, on your behalf. Because you cannot keep, you people cannot keep fooling everybody. You are making the whole world to be monkey Bible. Yeah, what is the meaning of that? And he will also go and be calling people for testimony. I say, which kind of nonsense be that one? Huh? Do the one that concerns the entire everybody, all of us, including me, do Nigeria. Let your God settle Nigeria. Now listen, I want to preset it. Proverbs chapter 28, verses 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be what? Abomination unto Yahweh. Now, Jericho, Jerry Coco. Your name is Jerry Coco from today onward. Olosho, because you are prostituting with demon. You are drunk. You are a spiritual prostitute. You are a spiritual harlot. In fact, you are a spiritual homosexual. That is what Revelation 17 says. Prostitute with demons. Revelation 14:8 says so. Revelation 17:2 says so. Revelation 18:3 also says so. Just they fornicate with demons. Can't they make noise? Say you are doing something important. Una they mad. Which kind of madness be that one? Now, you don't keep the law. You defile Shabbat. You don't keep anything that has to do with the laws of Jehovah. You are keeping Babylonia. You worship sun. You celebrate Nimrod's birthday, December 25th. You celebrate the Kwekus of Samoremos, Easter, goddess of fertility. That is what you people is doing. Then which prayer your God is answering? That is why your God cannot even tackle the actual problem in Nigeria. That is why your God hide in the corner, which is Demas. Okay, hide in the corner, doing one nonsense miracle from behind a closed door. Now that one I continue to disturb my ear on social media. Person not hear what they give. What God does not do. Anywhere you go, what God cannot do does not exist. I say, what kind of nonsense talk is this? Nigeria problem exists. I'm gonna be, since you are in Nigeria, I'm gonna be pointing you always back to Nigeria. See some roads, see everywhere, not just some. Tell me what is working? What are we benefiting in Nigeria? What is Nigeria citizen benefiting from her? Nothing. I have to graduate, no job. What God don't do does not exist. Nonsense. You go all the time. Huh? In fact, let's put scripture. So your prayer is an abomination unto heaven. Unto the one you carry his book. Your prayer is so irritating. The other day you give a wayward woman, total decay, strange woman, 100 million naira. Really? Where poor people are. Goes to Ring Road, goes to your city, go everywhere, goes to Lagos, everywhere. People is suffering. Toto Dike that has her own money, she have her own money already. She's a celebrity, she have her own money. You now carry 100 million naira. That is why I call you Olosho. You give to her. Whereby people is dying. The poor. In fact, the people you are also scamming, you know, many of them don't have what it takes to offer 3 a meal every day. 3 meals. They don't have what it takes to do that. But you carry 100 million naira at this present time. You now begin to pour water into a bottle or a drum or a well that is already filled. You now begin to pour water on it. No nonsense human being. Your prayer is an abomination. In fact, it's a taboo unto heaven. Hosea chapter 4 verses 6 and 7. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no prince to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim. I will also forget thy children. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore I will change their glory into shame. For you to abandon the law, for you not to be in line with the biblical instruction governing system. He said everything about you is rejected. Because I try to see, what is this one also doing? You are serving pork with Jesus. You serve demons. And your prayer is so noisome. It's a noisome voice. It's so irritating that whenever I see that nonsense, what your God can't do, does it exist? I will just pull red head and I hide the video. Because it's turning my stomach. Nigeria is facing tough time. Nigeria is going through hell. Nigeria is sinking. One brother said I shouldn't be saying it's sinking. Nigeria has already sunk. Every eye sees this one. We all are talking about it. And your God is not seeing it. How come? We, ordinary human beings, can see it. Your God, that has a supernatural word power, can't even see it. No where you own. Stupid demon, you and your God, thunder fire you in Yahweh's mighty name. You are abandoning the royal law. You rejected the governing system of heaven. And you say you are making prayer. Okay, now what is prayer? Prayer simply means you are talking to a deity. That one you can see in you can see in Revelation chapter 8, verses 1 through 6. Okay, we'll come into that. The prayer simply means you are talking. You are talking to a supernatural, or rather a deity. Okay? In return, he will answer. In return, we will see what what you discuss with him in your closet, and we will not see will manifest physically. Prayer simply means communication or fellowshipping with a deity, with a supernatural person. Okay? But in return, it's going to give you something to show that I accept your prayer. Okay, we'll do that. Let me not just go ahead of myself. So we see that your prayer is an abomination, it's a taboo, and your glory has already been turned into shame. You now want to go and help somebody that is not even suffering. So to decay that always, that change the image the Most High once made her to be. That is using surgery, mocking the works of the Creator, and say what you do for me, it wasn't good enough. I'm going to perfect it by myself. She now begin to add into her body. She now begin to go for surgery, BBL. She keep redoing it. She keep going there, spending and lavishing so much money to change her body. That one is an abomination to heaven. You not also what you not supply 100 million naira for her to keep changing her body. Make Ogun kill you. Useless animal. In Yahweh's mighty name, thunder fire you. Drop our Bible. Just drop that book. Or else the judgment in that book, it will fall upon you and your household. Drop it. And stop using our book for this caricature. For this nonsense. Now, 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 14. I repeat, 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verses 14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Now, come on, now, what is sin? 1 John chapter 3 verses 4 make it so clear that sin simply means breaking the royal law. Sin simply means forgetting the royal law. Sin simply means neglecting the royal law. You are not living up to the standard of the royal law. You neglect it and you now begin to live for man-made adultery or live it for yourself. That is what sin actually makes. Matthew 27 verses 21 through 23. He said that the man is going to say, Adonai, Adonai, we cast a devil, we do this, we do many wonders, we prophesy. We said, I never knew you. You workers of iniquity, depart from me. What is iniquity? Iniquity again simply means you break the royal law. You are lawless one. You don't keep the law. And that is what you are. What did they call you, Pastor Jerry Coco? You offer 100 million unto a prostitute called Toto Dike. Called Toto Dike. A fornicator. Somebody that does it, not even born again. a wayward element that is destroying the works of our Creator in our life, that keep changing our skin and changing our booty and changing our breast and changing everything. You now want to go and support such a person? You don't see you are cursed. You are cursed with the everlasting curse. With the everlasting curse. You are cursed with the everlasting curse in Yahweh's mighty name. Because you carry our book. And you say you are drawing some connection, some energy of some deity of darkness into Nigeria, into people's life. Now, he said the land is sick. He said, and I will heal their land. The greatest healing the world is expected is to see that this Nigeria is healed. Because I keep hearing many Africa people keep saying, if Nigeria pastors get it right, every other country will follow suit. Now, they said the problem is Nigeria. That if Nigeria can get the Bible right, living up to biblical standard, they said every other country will follow. I keep hearing that, and I don't know why they are saying it. Maybe there's something they saw. Or is it because Nigeria is the giant of Africa? Yeah, who knows? Possible. Now, 1 Kings chapter 18, you can take it from verses 1 through 40. Because no room to be reading that, isn't it? Verses 1. And it came to pass after many days that the word of Yahweh came to Elisha or Eliyahu in the third year, saying, Go, show thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the land. So what was going on in the land? There was famine in the land. That no plantation or no plant at all in the field, because there was the Abba Yahweh shut his heaven against humanity. He shut his heaven because of the wickedness of Ahab the king. He shut his heaven, the husband of Jezebel. Abba Yahweh shut his heaven, and you are all eating from Jezebel's table. Hey, Pastor Jerry, you are eating from Jezebel's table. Revelation 2 make it so clear that you are Jezebel, and I won't tolerate Jezebel. He said you tolerate that woman, that Jezebel who called herself prophetess. You are prophesying. You see, look at nonsense, prophetic prayer against evil altars. You look at this madness, prayer that end bad news. It will not come. I beg, go and sit down. Your nose is so irritating. Your family moved to the next level of celebration. I just get out of my sight. You are so irritating. You are filled with legions of demons. Now, when the land was dry, only one Elijah, only one man of God called Elijah, he spake to heaven. And verses 40 to 40 what? The rain burst out. He spake into heaven and said, no more rain. I want these people to know that, yes, what they are serving is demon. They are serving Baal Peor. All 850 prophets of Baal, which you are Baal prophet and Baal pastors. And they will also build the altar. We see their altar. They couldn't bring that fire. We see altar over there. We see them eating from Jezebel's table. We see that they are gaining more wisdom, energy, knowledge from Jezebel, instruction from Jezebel to deceive, to keep deceiving the land, to keep deceiving people. With that hunger by one shut heaven as his mouth speak unto him. And the land was dry. So to reverse that course, in order for the land to fertilize again, in order for the land to receive blessing again, in order for the land to be watered again, what happened? Elijah again speak into heaven. And there was rain. So everywhere now, okay, everywhere now receive their strength to produce now crops for human to eat. We see everything was dying. Tell me now, is this different from Nigeria case? Is this different from Nigeria situation? Is the land fertilizing? What is the land bringing forth? What does Nigeria have in the table for her citizens? What is working in Nigeria? Can you tell me? You say you make prayer. Elijah only want to just speak to heaven concerning the land and her people. And Yahweh reversed the case. And you are not doing such. Your poco Jesus can only face brocos, face womb, this and that. That's all he can do. The land is the number one to be healed. And wait when my Yahweh stand up. And you will see how he's going to heal the land. First, Nigeria needs to be healed. You are just here in the social media ranting, making empty noise. Noise of devil everywhere. Now, when the day of trial comes, the day to be put to test what you believe, all 850 prophets of Baal Peor couldn't bring that fire because their God is a demon. That is why you cannot bring fire to consume iniquity in Nigeria. Now, listen. Exodus chapter 3, way to chapter 40, we see what happened over there. One Moshe, just one Moses, he stood before Pharaoh. And chapter 3, he saw fire. And from that fire comes the name of Yahweh, I am that I am. And when that fire brings or brought about that name, revealed the name of Abba Yahweh to the man of Yahweh, Moses. So what does that fire do? What did it? What did that fire do to politicians, wicked politicians as Pharaoh and his crew cohorts? What was the mission of that fire that reveals? He consumed every iniquity. The fire never came to negotiate. That fire never came to, massage the head of the devil. Rather, that fire came to put stop to the enslavement of Pharaoh, the politician, in the life of the people of the book or his elect, and set them free from bondage. We see how he did it. As soon as that fire appeared, you see that of Elijah, the man of Yahweh, that bring that fire from heaven. What did he do? The fire never also come to negotiate with Baal or his prophet. He came to execute all 850 prophets of Baal were slain. They were being slaughtered in order to free the people from deception. And the land received water. And the land received blessing. And the people were set free. That is what fire always does. So you say you are calling fire. You are saying midnight fire, whatever. So what is the fire doing? He is not consuming the wicked politicians. He is not consuming the wicked pastor like you are. He is not consuming any traditional wicked rulers. He is not consuming nothing. Absolutely. He's just making noise. Prayer simply means bring down the presence of a deity. And fire also means the presence of a deity. We see when Elijah prayed, Eliyahu prayed, he brought down the presence of Yahweh. He answered by fire. And the fire consumed 850 prophets of Baal that were deceiving and enslaving people. In like manner in the land of Egypt, where the fire also brings or brought about the name of Yahweh, Yahweh, Yud-He, Wah-He, I am that I am, that fire never negotiated at all. He came to take what belongs to him by force. He took his people by force out of bondage. He slaughtered anything that wanted to hinder him. He never negotiated and he never massaged the head of serpent. Like your Poco Jesus is massaging his brocos over there because he's the devil. So stop making noise. Drop our book, most especially. That Bible, stop quoting it. Stop quoting it. It's destruction on you, because Yahweh make it so that he has already turned your glory into shame. Stop quoting our book on a worthy manner. It's going to put you to death. Not just natural death, but second death. Leave our book alone. And we know devils, which is your head, your leader, always, make it show. He always make it show. Like what you are doing, you are just making show. It's a show. It has no spiritual effects, no spiritual energy. It's just a chaff, a dry leaf. Nothing in it, absolutely nothing. Nothing. Revelation 13:11 through 14. What happened over there? He said devil caught that fire in the full view of all men. And by so doing, he now deceived the nations. Now, what is the fire that also came down that devil were able to bring down? It's the presence of a deity. Who was the devil? First prophet, the beast, and his first group. They speak to demons. They speak to devils. And the devils manipulate something and bring, somehow fire. So, but what did the fire do? He said, by this reason, by the reason of fire that he caused from heaven, he deceived the whole world. And the prayer they brought down was to deceive people. But the fire that man of Yahweh brought down in 1 Kings chapter 18, what happened? Is to liberate people, is to set people free. So the fire that also came down in the days of Moses, what happened? Is to set people free from bondage. That is the nature of our fire. He never come, he consume every iniquity. How come the fire of your God is not consuming no iniquity in Aso Rock? Iniquity that surplus everywhere in Nigeria. We hear different story about that country in Nigeria. And no fire. And the fire your God is, you say you are calling, is not consuming nothing. You only, restore, penis and the bronchus and the vagina and the hair over there and uterus. What a mess. Una de Chris. What's my name? What kind of madness is this? Now, Revelation chapter 8, verses 1 through 6. What happened? Go there and read and see what prayer actually is. When our prayer goes to heaven and is being accepted in that golden altar where the bowl is and the angel standing there, there is a bowl as we pray, all of us. When you are born again, there is a bowl until that bowl is filled with your prayer. Yahweh can't do nothing. And that is why we are still here. I'm still here patiently waiting. Not that he's not doing nothing for me, but in conclusion, because he has done so much. But in conclusion, that conclusion is my land, Nigeria, to be healed, for things to be regulated, for things to come back to normality, okay, for people to be set free. The land first and our people. Now, we say when our prayer goes up, the angel give us, there's a bowl whereby our prayer is being dropped. So when it's filled, the angel will take our prayer and incense, and it will ascend from the hands of the angel straight to Abba Yahuwah's throne, the seventh heaven. Okay. So when Abba Yahuwah receive it as he's coming down, because the prayer is coming down, but in another form. What was that? It's coming down now in smoke and fire to destroy them that destroy the earth, to destroy them that would stand on your way. That is what prayer does, and that is what fire does. I don't know what your own is doing. It's only talking about bronchus. It's only talking about uterus restored, bronchus restored, vagina restored, armpit, hair in the armpit restored. That is the only nonsense I'm hearing. Anyway, let's still put some more. Yes, I quote that. John chapter 5. In John chapter 5, what happened over there? There is a pool. I can call that today like hospital, where normally sick people gather. Of course, that is what it is. Sick people always gather there. And when the angel wants to heal, he don't do in the secret. He will go right where those people are gathered. I mean, the sick people, where they are gathered, then he will release healing. And we also see that same act in the Acts of Apostles, chapter 5, verses 15 and 16. We also see Peter when he wants to do healing. In this particular passage that I quote, he goes to the streets. And many sick people will gather. We also see that in the case of our Messiah. Many people will gather. As many people gather, he says so, is shadow, ordinary shadow. Just like Ring Road, because, yes, let me be referring to Ring Road, because I normally see sick people there. They will just gather, okay? So that is where the biblical Messiah apostle we are going, like kind of hospital. So their shadow, only the shadow of Peter healed the sick. Just the shadow. Just the shadow. He said, everyone that was brought to the streets, okay, maybe I'm going to be reading it, they were all healed. Now, this noisemaker, the servant of Poco Jesus, they see hospital, they see mortuary. There are many dead bodies in the morgue. These people cannot go there and raise the dead. But their own, Jesus will just hide in behind the closed door. He will be doing that nasty thing. Before we know, yogo, 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 yogo. Jesus has raised the dead. Yaga, yaga, yaga. The dead has come back to life. Yogo, yogo, yogo. Now the coffee or the grave is empty. Una the Chris. Huh? Una the mad. Anyways, Abayawa will see, he will soon deal with you people. If you see how he's preparing for you people, oh no. Your judgment is almost here. Out of Apostle chapter 5, 15 and 16. Inasmuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on beds, and caused that at the least the shadow of Peter passing by mighty overshadowed some of them. 16. There came also a multitude out of the cities around about unto Jerusalem, bringing sick folks, and them which were vexed with unclean spirit, and they were healed, everyone. Did you just get that? It says sick people. It said unto Jerusalem, bring ye sick people, and them which were vexed, even the demon possessed people, all of them were healed. That is hospital. Where people gather, the sick people gather. And they were all cleansed and healed. So why are you doing your own in there? Jaga, jaga, jaga. Go, 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 go. Go to hospital. Come on now. Go to where sick people gather. And let's see if what your God do does exist. Come on, a Nigeria problem exists. If your God is living, I know he's a dead one anyways. Tell him to solve the problem of Nigeria. We know when Elisha called down back again the rain, the land was cleansed. Every filthiness was being removed. And so we can plant something. Water simply means to wash and